Hello, this is Lowell Kaplan, Global Head of Delivery at 28 Stone, and I'm here to present our RFQ demo. 28 Stone is a custom software development consultancy specializing in financial services software, and we partner with our clients to collaboratively design, build, and deliver bespoke software solutions. So what we're seeing here today is not a product we're trying to sell. We are not a product company, but we like to create demos like this to serve as examples of the kinds of platforms we have built in collaboration with our clients. Show off a little of our technical and business knowledge, and these demos can even serve as accelerators when we work with a client who wants us to build something similar for them. That said, let's talk about this demo. The request for quote, or RFQ process, is commonly used in over-the-counter markets such as fixed income, derivatives, and foreign exchange. It typically involves a client soliciting quotes from multiple dealers for a specific instrument and size that they want to trade. Historically, a client might have reached out over the phone or by chat to one or two dealers that they wanted to get a price from. But modern RFQ platforms, electronic platforms, allow this process to be much easier and more orderly. The RFQ process makes it easy to involve more dealers, which allows for improved price discovery and competition, ensuring that clients receive the best prices, and is one of the most popular ways to trade in asset classes that are somewhat liquidity challenged. We at 28 Stone have built RFQ functionality into many of the trading platforms we've delivered to our clients over the years. But these are custom implementations delivered to and owned by our clients, so we can't share them publicly. So for the purposes of sharing something publicly to demo, we decided to create our own generic version of an RFQ trading platform. In this case, we've chosen Canadian government bonds as the asset class, but the same process could really apply to pretty much any type of tradable security. So let's take a look at the software. Our demo consists of two separate applications, a client application and a dealer application. And let's start with the client application. This is a browser-based application that we've created, and it allows our client-side users like hedge fund managers, portfolio managers, asset managers, people who are investors in certain securities. It allows them to come in, view the market, and initiate and manage RFQs. So I've logged in and I can now see a view of the market that we've set up here. We have a number of different available instruments that we have indicative market information on coming from a data feed. And that's at the top section. The bottom section has a trade blotter of the activity that I've participated in today. I can do things like pop out this trade blotter into its own window, arrange the windows as I like them, or I can pop this back into our main panel and proceed from here. So what we're going to do is look at a scenario where, let's say I happen to hold 5 million of these 1% Canadian bonds maturing in 2027. And let's say I'm looking to sell them. So I see there's an indicative price that shows me I can probably get somewhere close to 91.585, but I want to actually execute. So I want to go out to some dealers and get some firm prices and see where I can trade this. So I can go ahead and click on this bid price and it's going to pop up the RFQ window. Since I clicked on the bid, it automatically sets me up as a seller. If I clicked on the offer, it would have started me as a buyer. And we have some basic information about this bond, make sure I picked the right thing. I can enter my quantity, 5 million, and I can now select my dealers, which dealers I want to ask for firm quotes from. I can select a few of these dealers, or I can go ahead and just select all dealers. At the bottom here, we have, for now at least, the indicative data coming from each of these dealers. But once I go ahead and actually submit the RFQ, this is going to change and show the live executable prices that the dealers have responded with. So at this point, I've entered my size, I've selected the right instrument, I've selected my dealers. I'm ready to go ahead and submit my RFQ. But before I do that, I'm going to go to the other side and set myself up as the dealer so that we can see that side of the process. So our dealer application is a little different. This is an OpenFin based application. It's a desktop application built with the OpenFin framework. And so I'm going to launch it from our OpenFin storefront. The reason we used OpenFin for this is it gives us some nice capabilities for the dealer out of the box, including notification management, windowing and workspace management, and desktop interoperability with other OpenFin compliant applications. So I'm going to go ahead and log in as Dealer Alpha. Now the screen is going to be a little crowded because we are running both the client and the dealer on the same screen, which is not what it would be like in the real world. But for purposes of this demo, the way you can tell things apart, we use light mode for the dealer app and dark mode for the client app screens. So what we see here for the dealer app, we have a toolbar with a number of basic functions available there. We have a positions window and we have a trade blotter. So at this point, I'm ready to go ahead and submit my RFQ from the client and have the dealer respond to it. Before I actually go ahead and hit submit, I just want to describe what we're going to see because things are going to happen relatively quickly. So once again, once I click submit on this client side RFQ request, this area at the bottom of the screen is going to clear out and be ready to receive any responses from the dealers that they supply. And from the dealer side, we're going to see a desktop notification pop up. So if the dealer happens to be off doing something else in a different window, they'll see this notification and be able to quickly act on it and supply their response. So I'm going to go ahead and submit my RFQ. We see the timer is ticking, or we're waiting for responses on the client side. The dealer side sees the notification there in the corner that a client has come in with a request. The dealer sees they're one of 5 dealers this request has gone to, and it's pre-populated with my indicative pricing, but based on changes in market conditions, based on the size of the trade that the client has requested, I can adjust this price to whatever I want. Perhaps I am an active buyer of this, so I can bump up my price a little bit, and I can mark that I'm an axed buyer here. And I can go ahead and send my response. As we can see, the client has now received a price from dealer Alpha, and no other dealers seem to be active right now. So at this point, I can go ahead and accept my price from dealer Alpha. Um, Dealer Alpha does have a short window that we set up that allows them to have a last look at confirming or essentially deconfirming, saying, no, I'm no longer there within a short window. That's not necessarily a standard feature in every workflow we see, but it shows the kind of flexibility that you can have when you're building your own system. You can design all these extra steps in the workflow, and make it configurable as you want your trading process to work. So in this case, the dealer did not call off, so the trade was executed and done. And we can see in the trade blotter, we have our $5 million that the dealer bought. On the client side, we can see that they successfully sold. So the demo we've just seen is an example of how the RFQ trading process can be facilitated efficiently with modern web and desktop applications. In this example, we had human traders on both sides, and both sides were using the custom front-end applications we built for this purpose. But in the real world, we have to deal with many more different types of situations where we have to integrate different types of data and different types of applications into the workflow. For example, we'd be incorporating live data feeds and analytics into the system. Buy-side institutions often initiate RFQs through their own in-house tools or third-party OMS, and, for example, may submit their RFQ requests over the fixed protocol. On the dealer side, depending on the product, we're seeing dealers use algorithms to intelligently decide which RFQs need to be routed to a human trader for manual processing versus which ones can be automatically responded to via an algorithm. 28 Stone has worked with our clients on all of these sorts of situations. I should also mention that we have a version of the client application up on our website, so you can try it out for yourself, and we have some bots set up to provide automatic responses from the dealers, so feel free to check that out on your own as well. In conclusion, I just want to wrap up by asking if this demo inspired any ideas from you as you think about your trading applications and the RFQ processes that you may have in place and may want to enhance or modernize. We at 28 Stone focus on understanding your business, and that's how we deliver just right software for you in the financial services industry. Contact us and let's discuss what your perfect solution might look like. Thanks for watching.